Alright guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see, the high-tech planter tank is set up. I'll be bringing you that video sometime next week, going over all the Aquatech of California stuff. But today, we're going to be taking a look at the 125, and we're actually doing a little bit of a water change and a gravel cleaning, as it's a pretty exciting day here. We're getting some new fish. Loving this Python water change system as well, really makes things easy. So while we're taking some water out of the tank, we're going to scrub it down, clean the glass, so we can see the new fish real good when we get them. So we didn't do a massive water change, only about 15-20 gallons, just wanted to clean it up, clean the tank a little bit. So now we're going to get going and filling the tank. Added my Seachem safe, and then it's just a waiting game. As you can see in the background, I'm really happy about it. And so is Bubba. If you haven't seen Bubba's little feeding video, make sure you check it out. I'll link it up above right now. And it's basically just a fun reaction video of people hand feeding him, so give that a watch if you like. If not, just get filling this tank up. So as you can see, the tank is completely filled up, glass is cleaned up a little bit of the substrate as well, and the fish are looking pretty nice, even though we've got some air bubbles on the front glass. But let's take a little look at the stocking in this tank real quick. So we've got a star sapphire that's chipping up, we've got the Mad Fins Luanda, we've got Bubba the blood parrot, of course, we've got the albino right there, and we've got some other fish in there like a young Luanda, we've got my older blue neon breeder male, we've got a Madoka white lips and a few others. And the fish today will probably be the last 3 fish that I'm putting into this tank just to finish out the stocking. That'll take us to 13 or 14, I believe. And once these fish grow, I'll be really happy with that, because some of these fish are going to double and potentially triple in size. So let's go get the fish. Right guys, so picked up the fish. Pretty cool story. This is what happens when you know good people. A few of you know AdamsCichlids, and I've done videos on him before. The videos I have done I'll link above right now. But basically he was coming to meet another good friend of mine, and they decided to help me out a little bit and actually switch fish at the meeting spot. And then I went to the other guy's house that lives in Pittsburgh, the same as I do, and I just picked up the fish. So these fish have actually came from AdamsCichlids in Ohio, but I only had to travel 15 minutes away from my house to go get them. So I appreciate you both. Thanks a lot for helping me out, and let's get these bad boys home. So we just got home. These fish have been traveling for a little while in transit from Ohio. So we're going to float them just to temperature acclimate them. All these tanks are at 78 degrees. So let's take them out of the box and take a little look at them. The first fish that we're going to see is an Aulonocara Walteri. I've already got one of these from John's Quality Cichlids, and this is the second one. This guy is the son of the OCA 2016 winner. That's why he looks so good, and that's why his fins are absolutely crazy. He's going to go in the show tank for now. Might try and breed him in the future, but John's had trouble breeding him, so just kind of wanted to sell him. So I took him. He's going to look stunning in the 125. We've also got
some sort of mystery fish here. You can kind of tell what it is. If you know exactly what that is, before I let you know, leave that in the comments. I've wanted one of these for a while, and I've actually said that on the channel for a while, so unbelievably happy to get this guy. This right here is one of AdamsCichlids' sunshines, and he's been working on this group for ages, so we just decided I'd get one of his sunshines. He's got a little longer body, the fins always come out really nice, so excited to see that. And then here we've got 3 mystery fish, and these are actually critically endangered, so pretty happy to get these. And these are Sulphurhead Maylandi, so I'm going to grow these out, hopefully get a male or 2, and then throw them in the 125 eventually. So here are the 3 big guys, all relaxing, getting temperature acclimated, and as you can see, the other fish are taking a keen interest in them, and I'm pretty interested to see what happens between the Luanda and the Walteri. I think there might be a few potential issues there, as they're both obviously Jacob Freibergi. I think the sunshine should be good, and I think the other mystery fish that you can see on the left will be good as well. But first, we're going to open up the bags. As you know by now, not very patient, so I just rip them open instead of using the elastic bands. And all we're going to do is the flop and drop method, because the majority of these fish have been in transit for a while now. So temperature acclimate them, flop and drop just to get them in the tanks, so the ammonia in the bag doesn't build up too much. Even though I'm sure Adam had not fed them in a few days, as he knew the transit were coming, but best to err on the side of caution. So let's get them in the tanks. The Walteri's water that he's in is obviously different and not that blue coloured, because that's not from AdamsCichlids, that's actually from John over here in Pittsburgh. So he just used normal aquarium water, didn't use the methylene blue that Adam used, because quite frankly he was only in that bag for 15-20 minutes. So we'll get him in the tank and then we'll take a look at them all. Really excited as to how this is going to go, but as I said, pretty worried about the Luanda and the Walteri, and for good reason. The Walteri is a very dominant male, and that Luanda was the most dominant fish in the tank as well, so pretty intrigued to see what happens with this one. I'm expecting some nipped fins, but hopefully not too much. So we're going to let them settle in and come back to the tank in a few hours. So I'm sure by now you've seen the mystery fish is the red Empress, and one of the things that I like to do after getting new fish is feed the tank every 5 to 6 hours for the first few days. Feed very sparingly, but this just helps keep aggression down, as the fish aren't as hungry as what they usually would be, so they're less likely to chase and be the aggressor with the new fish. The other thing I like to do is leave the aquarium lights off and keep it dim or completely dark in the room. This also helps with aggression, in my personal opinion, as the fish can't see each other as good, and it just enables the new fish in the tank to relax in the new surroundings, leading to less stress overall. As you can see, new fish in the tank. Aulonocara Walteri, who's looking unbelievable. Him and the Luanda have kind of been tailing each other for the last few days, as you've probably noticed in the little cinematic footage. But the nipping doesn't seem to be too bad, and I think they'll get over it once they get used to each other. Second fish, the Sunshine, coloured down a little bit but looking good. And the red Empress is a fish that I've wanted for ages for this tank, so really happy to get him, and hopefully he'll colour up in a few weeks once he's got used to the tank. Anyway guys, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you think the new fish that I've got are going to look good in this tank. I certainly do once they grow and colour up. If you've not liked this video yet or commented and you've watched it the whole way through, please help me out, do me a favour, keep this channel relevant and do that. Anything you want to comment, like the new fish, you like the tank, you want to ask questions, always available for questions if you want to ask them in the comments. That's all for today guys. Thanks a lot for watching, subscribing, liking and sharing if you want to do that, and we'll see you on the next one.